It's chaotic. But I must tell you that Wicknel Chivhayo claps back at CHIWENGA. You know that few days ago, CHIWENGA spoke about corruption, right? It was clear that there's zero tolerance to corruption. But for some reason, this other, I don't know, I can't call it a faction, but I've told you that a group of criminals. I wanna say it as it is. Okay, they don't care about. They're just trying to prove to the Zimbabwean people that we have money, and as we have money, we do whatever we want to do. And remember, this money belongs to the state. It's money that they loot from the state, and they come back and they start dishing it out to the people. Before we even do anything, there's already chaos. I mean, social media is wild as we speak, like really wild, understandably so. So I want you to know before we proceed, if you just come across this channel for the first time, please subscribe. Make sure that you ring the bell so that at least every time I'm live or I drop a video, you're going to be robbed right here. But I'll say shout out to my regulars. I can see people are tuning in right now as we are running on this quick update. I dare you guys, Wicknel is the most disrespected person on earth. Okay. The vice president, okay, the former general of the military. I'm talking about Chiwenga, okay, the vice president of a country. In fact, he's actually the president as we speak. He's the current president. Okay, remember Mnangagwa was on leave, but he doesn't care about what he says. He already started dishing out money. Who owns the money? Has always been clear that this money comes from ZANU-PF. Then who is the president for ZANU-PF? It's Mnangagwa, which means Mnangagwa is making commands even when he's on leave and say, yeah, do whatever you want. Because honestly, I don't think Wicknel Chivhayo has the man to do whatever you guys are saying. One day, truth will come out. Because as we speak, we don't even have many planes. Air Zimbabwe is crashed as we speak. So we need to understand it as the country is crushing the individuals who are living large. They are buying their own private jets. Someone explain to me what that means. It's a sad story. But anyway, you also know that Magaya lost the bid. Themba Mliswa pulled out. Now, here's the deal. There's another guy that was found this morning because threats were already unleashed on individuals who had ambitions to be ZIFA president. Again, coming from ZANU-PF, that they should not run. So there's a dude who sent a message this morning. I'm going to read his message. Okay, his name is Martin Kweza. He was another aspiring ZIFA president candidate. Sorry, my bad. They said, breaking news, Martin Kweza is understood to have pulled out of the ZIFA presidential election today after receiving a number of calls from influential authorities. It means the very same problem that we had when we were having elections in the country, people are receiving calls to say, pull out. We need to start talking about Zimbabwe. Where is this country really heading? What do we stand for? Because honestly, if we keep allowing such actions to take center stage, we are simply saying we have given up on ourselves. So whoever does whatever they want, they can do whatever they want to do. This doesn't make no sense. So Kweza had backing from key councillors, regions. The ZIFA elections are set for later. So it's going on, it's underway as we speak. But I think the shocking part is we can now we go into the entire presidential election. Guys, show me where the election is happening. People are being offered money and cars. Show me which country can allow such kind of nonsense. So there's this candidate, his name is Nwabile Magwizi. In fact, I've seen that most people really like him. They like Nwabile. I don't know him much, but I've seen some different Zimbabwean people saying, hey, I think he seems to be a good candidate, and I'm still going to do my research. But do not forget that Peter Ndlovu was bought the most expensive BMW, remember? And someone dropped allegations on Twitter that he was bought out of the competition. Of course, by the big wigs. And you know, when they mention big wigs, they're referring to who? Is these boys from ZANU-PF. Who else can do that? The boys within the criminal cartel bought Peter Ndlovu. Because remember, Peter Ndlovu was like the main candidate. I also had support for him. I was like, Peter for ZIFA president. But anyway, from the time he was bought a car, he just went on mute. What are we really standing for, Zimbabweans? What are we standing for in life? What are our principles? What do we really believe in? What is it that makes Zimbabwe a country? What's our brand? Because we seem to be having none. No dignity at all. People just do as they please. But let me read out the message that Wicknel sent in the midst of what CHIWENGA has said about corruption. Wicknel Chivhayo don't even care. Let me read what he said. He said, if Ncamile Magwizi wins, right, I'm committed to making bold contributions to support his vision for football. Okay. To begin with, he will immediately go and see Victor, all right, and get himself a brand new 2025 Toyota Land Cruiser 300 series worth 200,000 US dollars. A car befitting the status of a ZIFA president. After Mr. Magwizi takes office, with his authority, I will also motivate the newly elected board members and all councillors worldwide. Yo, Zimbabweans, what do we stand for? I feel sick in my stomach. And all councillors worldwide. Each of them will also receive a brand new vehicle, details of which I will disclose at a later stage. Furthermore, and as part of my company's collective corporate social responsibility initiatives, I will set aside a budget of 10 million US dollars in cash to sponsor ZIFA and spearhead the revival of football administration in Zimbabwe. These funds will be strategically directed towards grassroots developments. Hear this one, towards grassroots developments, right? Operational excellence and the sports commercialization. Further details of this sponsorship will, however, only be finalized and disclosed after Magwizi's victory, the inauguration of the brand new board. Okay, so I can see people say that he has won, Magwizi has won, which means whatever I'm reading here that has been pledged by Wicknel or Chivhayo, quote unquote, then they actually going to be effected immediately. As I mentioned before, all of this will be purely subject to Mr. Magwizi being elected, but he has been elected. So I can see people right down here. My question I'm asking is, when did we start sabotaging a competition by offering money on the table? So many people have been offered money. Don't forget, he bought Peter Ndlovu a car to buy him out of the competition because Peter was like the main guy. Remember, Peter was seen very close to Kasukwire. Remember, don't forget that Peter last year, okay, in 2023, my bad. I remember Peter Ndlovu met with Kasukwire, they had a meeting, and they actually wrote on social media that this is going to be your minister your minister of sports. So they knew that Peter is very close to Kasukwire, though. Then they went and bought him an expensive latest car. What are they trying to do to neutralize on the other side so that Peter can just go on mute? Anyway, he left the ZIFA president. Now we can see Magwizi have won. My point is, when are we going to put a stop to corruption? Because I can see people went wild on Twitter, different reactions. I'm going to read some of them. That indeed Magwizi has been the favorite candidate for most Zimbabweans. However, Wicknel Chivhayo just spoiled it. You should have waited for Magwizi to win without any influence from him or anyone before giving gifts. To me now, it seems the competition is already unfair and manipulated in a way. We need to learn how to do things without getting our favorite candidates compromised. Money plays a big deal in Zim. That's what we are seeing. Money is a problem. We have a problem, Zimbabweans, of accepting dirty money. Dirty money is cancerous because once you take dirty money, what it actually means is you're going to live as per those people's decision. And I remember a skilled Rebara said this, the ZIFA issue just shows you courts are not a solution. Because I mean, different people went to courts. Magaya did, because Magaya lost because he did not have O level. But I also did not really care about it, whether you have got O level or not, but those were the requirements in Zimbabwe. But for me, Magaya, why worry about being a ZIFA president when you're a prophet? There's someone who has been called by Yahweh. Guys, is there any calling that can surpass the calling from the heavens? Is there any calling that can surpass the calling of Yahweh? Why would Magaya die to be the president of ZIFA? Why would he do that? But we know he did. He has been crying to be the ZIFA president. And we saw it, right? We saw it. And he did not win, though, the competition. Now, this is wild. That's all I can say. I don't understand why there has to always be money flaunted around the Zimbabwean people when we know most of us are actually struggling. What is it? What is the point of doing so? What are they trying to achieve? Honestly, We need to start asking, what are they trying to achieve when they do what they're doing right now, giving out funds? So these councillors are going to get cars across the country, 10 million being pledged. All that I'm seeing now is it just boils down to the fact that they're desperate to win this referendum. Anyway, let me read what Lloyd Musipa said. He said, this is wrong at so many levels. Not only is it vote buying, football capture, it is also morally bankrupt interference, sets a bad precedence, and puts the country on a dangerous path, which will be difficult to come back from. What sort of an example are we setting for future generations? My bad, for future generations, should entering public office be reduced to the caprices of just one man? This culture will replicate itself at all levels of public contestations. Public office can be bought. It is here that meritocracy dies. I've always said one thing that I'm fighting for in Zimbabwe is to really bring sanity in the country. We need to change our ways. We really, because my only worry is the trajectory that we are taking. It is leading us into a very dangerous spot. Guys, we are a country that can end up being like Sodom and Gomorrah, because I think, don't forget what happened in California. You must never forget what happened in California, okay? You saw what God did in California. We are heading towards a very dangerous zone if we don't turn. Anyway, we are about to turn. But I'm just saying, the way we have accepted wrong in the country, really, it's just sad. It is really, really sad to watch. It's sad. I'm not surprised. This is one of the reasons why we see what Chinese people are doing in the country. Zimbabweans are being beaten by Chinese people. First and foremost, my brothers, I want to ask you a question. What is it that has gotten to us that we're failing to protect each other? We've seen quite a number of disturbing videos online where Chinese people are either beating up Zimbabweans with a belt, or now we saw recently literally shooting Zimbabweans. They don't pay their salaries. They come here, they take all our minerals in return or in exchange of abuse. They've left Zimbabwe in disarray. Most of our very, very respectful monuments have turned to ashes. Makomba kuna Boterekwa. You remember the song Boterekwa Usandisi? It means Boterekwa was like top notch. Yo, you know, I don't know what to say. You know, when you're like in summer and you're feeling like that breeze and the quietness in those trees, like do you know what I'm talking about? The smell of rain, the smell of our ancestors in that land is gone. Chinese have left Makomba everywhere. Zizi Zangwa, China. Tell me, what are we standing for in life, honestly? Like, because I can only imagine if a South African can be beaten by a Chinese man. What? It says a lot that we don't love ourselves. We don't know what we're worthy. No wonder why anyone can come in the country and do as they please. Politicians can treat us otherwise because we don't have value. We have lowered the bar, and it's time for us to lift it up. How do we lift it up? By holding hands and tell the world that we're worthy. We're worthy of a better life. We're worth of respect. We're worth of love. Because honestly, what is that? What are we doing? That the vice president, even the current president, since the other president is on holiday, the de facto president, you know, is being disrespected right under our eyes by an individuals who's being given money by certain people who are desperate to turn the country into a kingdom. And when they turn up the country to a kingdom, what do you expect? More abuse, worse than what you see today, is that we are crying for. I'm simply saying that, guys, we're worth more than what we're accepting today. We can actually do better, right? If we see one of our brother or sister is being abused by any foreign national, we're going to defend ourselves. I think there's a tweet that I saw that I want to actually read. That tweet, someone tagged me on it. It wasn't me, but someone tagged me on it. It was a very strong tweet. I want to read it up. Very strong. But I think that was sent out by Ali, if I'm not mistaken. That was Ali, if I'm not mistaken. Okay. I want to read that tweet. This was addressing the Chinese nationals. Okay. To show you how important this is, was addressed the Chinese national, and I repeat. I'm going to read that tweet. It's very, very important tweet. I don't remember what happened. Somebody tagged me on it, and I really want to read it because it's an important tweet. Okay, directed to the Chinese people. And once my brothers and my sisters are coming up and do what's right and standing on a principle, I love that, because we can't build this country on a platform of being treated like nothing by foreigners. I've been in South Africa for more than 20 years. I'm respectful to everyone else. My neighbors have been like family to me. We don't know fight, yeah. We don't fight. But no, no, this is way too much. But anyway, I'm looking for that tweet. It's a very, very important message. And I love the fact that he actually tagged, was it the but George Charamba? I think I can see that they take George Charamba and other people there. I'm looking for that tweet. Um, when I read it, it spoke to my heart and my soul. That's why I really want to read it for you. And there's also the Chinese ambassador is there. Tag him whenever you speak to Chinese people. I said tag him. He needs to know that we are not up here for abuse. No one can ever treat someone ugly in China. You know how many people have left China because of the abuse in China by Chinese, because they don't take nonsense. It's only us in Zim where we accept anything. Anyone can do what they want, and you know what? They get support from our own brothers and sisters. The leadership protect the Chinese. And we saw a statement from the police. They spoke about our own brothers who were also part of the entire fiasco, but we did not see the Chinese names. They get protected by who? By our own brothers, at the expense of our own people. No, 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 no. Something is not right with us, Zimbabwe. Something is very wrong. It is wrong. Oh God, I don't know why I can't find this tweet, but it was such a powerful tweet. A powerful message, man, was sent to these Chinese people. Very powerful message. But in a nutshell, guys, please, I am pleading. If we work together and change the culture in Zim, we are going to live the life that we're going to enjoy life, guys. But if we carry on the way that we're doing, things can be bad. And I know what God can do. Yeah, okay. So he said, the Chinese in Zimbabwe, stroke Africa, must realize that we didn't fight colonialism, sorry, my bad, to replace a European oppressor with a Chinese oppressor. Things can turn very ugly for them. Respect our people or leave immediately and take the police Zimbabwe. That's what we want to hear. Either you respect us and be with us, or you need to go. We need to stand for something. Be like South Africans. They don't take nonsense. You can try it. Try it. If you're a Zimbabwean, whatever, and just touch one South African person, then you know that you're not smart. They will deal with you. I can tell you, those ones don't care. They really do not care. So we need to start protecting each other in Zimbabwe. Oh, that's all I had for you this afternoon. Corruption is not stopping. This ZIFA president is a mess. I know Magwizi ahead he has won the entire competition, but again, it's already flawed. It's compromised, in my opinion. So what is it? What is the competition? I wouldn't even want to be part of that. If it was me, I would have withdrawn and go. Let's defend each other. We can't be abusing our own nation by foreign nationals. That's all I have for you this afternoon. I'll see you later on in the evening. We're going to be looking at threats that have been fired by George Charamba to Chiwenga. Chiwenga's in trouble. By that speech, they're coming after him left, right, and center. But we'll talk about that tonight. I love you guys. Bless you and bless Zimbabwe. Bye for now.